If you're a potato person, just listen. These potato wedges were so good, they were so crispy, and that dipping sauce? Oof, you need to try this, I'm serious. So to make it, cut your potatoes, boil them for about 8 to 10 minutes. I like to mix all my seasonings with the oil in a separate bowl and then pour them over the potatoes. I feel like it's more even that way. Then you take your wedges, you put them on a sheet pan, don't overcrowd it, and you bake for about 40 minutes. So when that's baking, you make your dipping sauce. And this is a game changer. Adding the parm is just gonna make it melt in your mouth, if you can imagine that. Oh god, you're gonna love it. This gets a 10 out of 10. Pretty sure the person that invented lava cake just underbaked their cake and called it a day. But hey, I'm not complaining. I would eat it every single day if I could. If you want to make it, you're gonna have to whisk some eggs with sugar and salt until it's pale and thickened. On the side, you melt some chocolate and butter, and then you combine the two mixtures with some flour. And just like that, your batter is done. Now make sure you butter up your ramekins very well so the cake doesn't stick to them, and bake for 11 minutes. This is an easy 9 out of 10. I tried making peanut butter stir fry for the first time, and I'm not gonna lie, I was very skeptical at first, because in my head, peanut butter is sweet, it's not salty. But this was so delicious, it was so easy to make, and it's such a versatile dish. You can adapt it to your liking. You can do it with tofu, with shrimp, anything you like. All you have to do is lightly season your protein with salt, pepper, nothing crazy, and cook it halfway through. Then you saute your vegetables. I used broccoli, onions, garlic, red bell pepper. Now for the sauce, you mix all the ingredients on the screen and you pour it over your stir fry and cook it a bit more. And that's it. You serve it over rice, noodles, anything you like. Super easy, very good, pretty healthy, 9 out of 10. Do you love lasagna? Are you also trying to eat a bit more healthy? Well, this recipe is the perfect alternative for you. It's basically rolls of zucchini that are stuffed with this cheesy ricotta filling and laid on a bed of marinara sauce. You need to salt your zucchini slices, that way the water and moisture can come out and it makes it easier to roll. So for the sauce, you can use a simple marinara, or you can add some carrots, mushrooms, celery, some beef if you want to. Okay, final thoughts. Was this good? Yes. But is it as good as pasta? No. I'd say it's like a 6 out of 10.
왜들 그리 다운돼 있어 뭐가 문제야 세상에 분위기가 겁나 싸해 요새 이런 게 유행인가 왜들 그리 재미없어 그건 나도 마찬가지 Tell me what I got to do 급한 대로 블루투스 켜 아무 노래나 일단 틀어 아무거나 신나는 걸로 아무렇게나 춤춰 아무렇지 않아 보이게 아무 생각하기 싫어
Guys, look how pretty that turned out. It took me like 10 minutes to prepare, and in 10 minutes, the bowl was wiped out clean. All I did was whip some heavy cream with a bit of sugar. Then I layered some Lotus Biscoff cookies, the whipping cream, and some Lotus spread again and again until my bowl was filled. Now the downside of this recipe is you need to refrigerate for at least a few hours until your cookies soften up. I still think it's worth it. It's such a crowd pleaser and you can't really mess it up because it's very easy. I give it 8 out of 10. I did it. I finally tried the TikTok garlic bread. The crunch was wow. You basically roast some garlic in olive oil and salt for 1 hour. Then you combine butter, parsley, some pepper, red chili flakes, and parm. And that garlic, that does look disgusting, I know, but it's really good, trust me. And you generously spread that over any kind of bread. I added mozzarella because why not, and then I baked for 20 minutes at 400. So was the hype worth it? I'd say yes, but not when I'm feeling lazy. If you want to know how to make the best hot chocolate you're ever gonna taste, watch this. You put some whole milk with cinnamon and vanilla on low to medium heat until it's reduced by half. Then you add some sugar, cocoa powder, salt, and good quality chocolate. And you put that back on the heat until it reaches the consistency you like. As you can see, I like mine very thick and creamy, so I simmer it for like 5 extra minutes, but that's optional. Now don't forget your croissant and to say bon appétit.
What's something that you can eat every single day and not get tired of? And I'm not talking about something that you eat sometimes that you just love. Like, I'm talking about something that you're disgustingly obsessed with. And
Have you ever eaten shakshuka? If you tell me no, this recipe's for you. It's by far my favorite way of cooking eggs. The idea is you poach some eggs on a bed of spicy vegetable sauce. You're gonna need onions, bell peppers, tomatoes, garlic. You cook that with some tomato paste and spices. I used cumin, paprika, red chili flakes. And once that turns soft, you put your eggs over it and you cover for a few minutes depending on how runny you like them. Top it with feta, cilantro, olive oil, and for the full experience, don't use a spoon, just bread. Never again am I serving nachos without adding this green sauce. It quite literally stole the show from the nacho. Ha ha ha! And the best part is, it's only gonna take you 4 ingredients. Well, 5 if you count salt as an ingredient, but if you do, that's lame and we can't be friends. Anyway, I always see sour cream, cilantro, and limes on top of nachos, but never the 3 of them combined, right? Sorry, I was interrupted. But yeah, I combined them, but it was too liquidy, so I was like, hey, why not add an avocado? And I did. It was the best decision because it was so much creamier and better. Bon, en conclusion, I recommend doing this sauce. The color was gorgeous, it tasted amazing, and it was easy. So the other day I was really craving bruschetta, but I didn't have tomatoes, so I had to improvise and use mushrooms instead. It was pretty simple to make. I just had to cut up a baguette, toast it, then I lightly brushed some olive oil on it and rubbed it with garlic. Do not skip that step because it makes a big difference. Then I put cheese and placed it back in the oven. Now on the side I sauteed some mushrooms with salt, sugar, and lots of garlic. Once they turned brown and yummy, I added some balsamic vinegar and fresh oregano. You can use dry, no problem. Last step was to put the topping on the bread and I was done. I guess not having tomatoes was not such a bad thing. Let's make some chicken and mushroom fricassee. This is by no means an authentic French recipe, so don't come for me. But it's the perfect recipe for a fall, rainy day like today. Honestly, this was pretty simple to make. Just start by seasoning your chicken thighs with salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder, and coat them with a bit of vegetable oil. Next, you're gonna melt some butter in a pan and cook your chicken halfway. Now you wanna set the chicken aside, and in the same pan, saute some onions, mushroom, and garlic until they're brown. When that's done, you add some flour, chicken stock, bay leaves, and you place the chicken back inside, and you simmer all of that for like 10-15 minutes. The last step is to mix in some half and half or heavy cream, and serve it on top of mashed potatoes or anything you like really. And you're pretty much done. That was simple and definitely worth it. Next time you want to know if your recipe's actually good, just ask a kid. They are not gonna lie to you because they don't care about your feelings. So now I know that this pesto recipe was really good because my niece loved it. And the best part is, it is super simple to make. The key is just having the best quality ingredients. So combine some fresh basil, parmesan, roasted pine nuts, garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, and a bit of lemon juice in a blender, and just pulse that up. And the measurements are really up to you. If you like it more cheesy, add more cheese. If you like it more garlicky, add more garlic. And you can use it as a sauce, as a dip, as a spread, really anything you like.